Well, let's talk about influencers. Influencer marketing is hot right now, especially in the Shopify and dropshipping arena or game. Everyone's talking about Instagram influencers. And I am not here to poop on Instagram influencer marketing right now. That's not going to be in my intention. However, I will say that I have never paid for an influencer shout out, or I've never paid for influencer marketing. Now, over the years, don't get me wrong, I've worked out strategic partnerships where I've worked with other influencers and I had something to offer, they had something to offer. We worked out an agreement. But the point of the story is I never just gave somebody cash for a shout out or a brand mention or a link to whatever it is that I was promoting. See, influencer marketing is great. Okay, it's the quickest way probably to start making some sales and start seeing some action in whatever it is you're trying to do. If it's drop shipping, it's probably the fastest way to start selling a product. As I said, I'm not gonna poop on influencer marketing. However, I've never really focused on that end of the deal. I've always focused on becoming the influencer. And I'm not just talking about this YouTube channel here. Back when I was, created blogs, what I would do is focus on becoming an influencer, build my audience, and then find products for my audience to buy. I've talked about this theory and this idea many times. I didn't invent it, but it's something that I've proven, to myself that works over and over and over again. The easiest way to succeed in business is build your audience and then find products for your audience, and not the other way around where you're trying to, always trying to find an audience for your products. Now, the reason influencer marketing works so well is because you are tapping into one of the most valuable assets, and these influencers don't even realize what they're giving up. So let's say you find an Instagram influencer and you say, hey, here's whatever, 50 bucks for a shout out for this product. And they say, great. And they do. And they, link back to your Instagram, and which links to your store. And then you sell some products and hopefully you profit more than 50 bucks. And then you got a good thing going. But here's what they're giving up. The reason this works so well is not because you're a genius marketer, not because you have the best landing page or the best product or the best sales message. The reason this is working for you so well is because you're tapping into the trust they've earned. And while that's awesome, I guess, in theory, it's a limited run. It's not gonna last forever. I mean, first of all, the organic reach on Instagram is plummeting, okay, just like Facebook did. So these shout outs are not gonna get much traffic anymore because Facebook wants you to buy ads from Instagram. I mean, if you didn't know, Instagram is owned by Facebook. Facebook is one of the most valuable companies in the world. And the reason they are is because they are selling a ton of ads. They got this system down. They know what to do to sell more ads, and selling more ads does not come with increased organic reach from these influencers. I'm not saying you shouldn't really look into it. I'm saying it's not a route I would personally take, but it might be the quickest way to get sales. It seems like there's people out there teaching this method and it's working for them. However, I wouldn't put all my eggs in this basket. What I mean by that is not only is it gonna dry up, but you're doing this, you're not learning anything. You're not building any value. You gotta build some value. Start producing content on your own. So here's what I would do. If I was going to pay an influencer for a shout out or a mention or a link, I would not have them directly link to whatever it is I was trying to sell, whether that's a product or a service. The reason being is it's just a one-off activity or a one-off transaction. So take Warren Buffett, for example. He always talks about compound interest. And he says that's what made him one of the richest people in the world. And I believe that. So if you buy an influencer shout outs for like say $5 and you make 10 bucks back, that's a pretty good return on investment, but it ends there. If you give this influencer $5 for a shout out, I'm not saying that's what they cost, this is just an example. If you give an influencer $5 for a shout out and then it creates something that compounds, and then over time, that $5 shout out ends up being worth $500 or even $5,000, that's a lot better deal. So how do you make that happen? See, what you need to do is you need to start creating content around whatever it is that you're selling. Whether that's YouTube videos. For instance, if you're in makeup and you want to sell makeup brushes and start building a brand around that, start doing tutorials, start writing blog posts if that's your route. YouTube is probably the best way to go. Video is the wave of the future. But if you're scared to do YouTube, first of all, get over it. And you're going to suck at the beginning. Just know that, and you're going to get better. But you can do blog posts. And then what you can do is you can have these influencers shout out to your YouTube videos or your blog posts or even your social. You can even have them shout out to your Instagram page. Because what's going to happen is, in any social media outlet, it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, the first 100 or 500 or the first 1,000 subscribers or followers or whatever it is are the hardest to get. Once you get those, then you get a snowball effect. Things start to compound. So let's get back to the makeup example. If you're in hair and makeup, and it doesn't matter, it can be anything. It can be fishing, it can be Taekwondo, whatever it is that you're into. Create some video content on a YouTube channel that is related to your brand. It can be educational videos, which is the best, or it can simply be demonstrations of whatever your product is, as long as it's attention grabbing and it has some sort of value to it. Create this content and then pay these influencers to promote this content. Then your content will start to grow exponentially, and then you become the influencer, and then you can start selling your products without paying for ads. You hold the power now once you become the influencer. So just a thought about using influencers. Put something in the middle that'll compound and grow on its own, and then continue to foster that. The other thing, everyone's talking about Instagram influencers. Okay, Instagram is very, flash in the pan. The same thing with Twitter. If you see a tweet from someone you follow, it comes up in your feed and then it's essentially gone. I mean, yes, tweets can go viral, but for the most part, they're gone. Start thinking about reaching out to YouTube influencers. In some of their videos, I've alluded to the fact of how much money you make from advertisements as a YouTuber. It's not very much. Now, a lot of YouTubers have found other ways to capitalize on their success, and that's what you should be doing if you're getting into YouTube. However, if someone has 20,000 subscribers, they are not making a whole lot of money on YouTube ad revenue alone. So if they're not selling a product or promoting a brand or even a t-shirt store or whatever, then they're probably not making that much money, but they're getting a ton of views. Start finding YouTube influencers, reach out to them and have them promote your products if you want to, or your YouTube channel if you really want to do this the smart way. See, the bottom line here is, as I mentioned, that Instagram and Twitter are a flash in the pan. YouTube videos continue to get views. So if you buy a $100 shout out right now, it's not going to expire in 24 hours. The video will continue to get views. It might be a lot, it might be a little. I hope this makes sense. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, please subscribe to the channel and we'll see you soon. Bye.